unfortunately, we will actually incarnate again with a lot of the same topics. We are not here to learn. I have to say it again and again. It's not a school of learning. No, it's a school of remembering. Hi, this is Ash from the closet. Today's podcast might be a little bit controversial because you might feel that I will tell you off just a little bit. But at the same time, I'm really trying to shake you and to make you realize, and only to inspire you and make you realize that you are the creator of your life. It's so urgent to know that. It's so urgent to remember that. Why I'm telling you that is that we often forget. I forget. Everybody forgets. We forget it because we actually, all of us, regardless how evolved, how spiritually evolved, how personal evolved we are, we actually forget again and again that we are connected. And therefore, we make projections again and again. We point fingers at each other and let our oldest part of the brain dominate and tell us that this is her fault that I'm feeling like this. You make me feel like this. It's your responsibility that I feel like this. You ruined me. You made me feel inadequate, not enough. You made me feel like I'm small. You made me feel like that I was not enough. All of these sensations from the inner child comes forward when we are in a love relationship. Or we are at a workplace where there is a lot of inner children speaking to each other. A lot of traumatized or unhealed personalities working together, or in your friendship group you see it, and you see it in your families. So let's just make a projection here and say that we see it in everybody else except ourselves. That's not the truth, is it? We acknowledge it in everybody else when they point fingers at us. Often when we don't acknowledge it because we have forgotten it, or we actually haven't learned it. Just remember that everything is inside us already. So the feeling it gives us is a feeling of being wrong, is a feeling of not being balanced. It's a feeling that something is off here. So when people actually project something onto you, blaming you for how they feel, that you made them feel like this. And let's just go to the love relationship, because we all know it from especially a love relationship where we have a lot of emotions, we have a lot of investments, and we have a lot of inner children coming forward from unhealed traumas from our childhood. Or it might not be traumas exactly, but it might be false belief systems that we think that we are this and that. Like, when I was a child, I didn't feel understood. That's my story. And you might have a feeling from your childhood that you were never important, that nobody ever listened to you, that your voice didn't count. So you were actually not even allowed to be alive. That's not the truth. I hope not. But it's a sensation and a feeling. It's an emotion in you. That unhealed trauma where you felt that you were not enough and you were not supposed to have a voice that would count. will come forward, especially in a love relationship. Because we meet the opponent. Unless we meet somebody we have to see that we are actually trauma bonding with, that's a whole other story. But we meet the opposite person often, and they will actually hold up a mirror in front of us. Then we look into the mirror and we see that unhealed child when we start to scream and yell and say, "You make me feel like it's your fault and now you do it again." But that person is doing nothing except holding up a mirror in front of us. We have to understand that. Our inner child is ruling. And then it's time to see that inner child needs to be nurtured. That inner child, wounded inner child from my childhood, the one that was not understood, or the one that was not seen or counted for or important, the sensation in it, it needs to be nourished, it needs to be acknowledged, and it needs to be in a kind of awareness where we deliberately, with consciousness, take care of it. Or we will repeat and repeat and repeat it in other relationships, other workplaces, in other families where we meet new people, and we will repeat it again and again. Unfortunately, we will actually incarnate again with a lot of the same topics until we experience and we stay conscious, and then we know that it is a false belief system. So you have to remember that you have a story, you have a history, but that's not who you are. It's just a part of your story, your history, but that's not who you are. No, it is a false belief system. Haha, remember, you are so much more. In my last podcast, #19, I talk about the love aspects, all the different facets in your beautiful diamond of love. That's who you are. But we have to acknowledge that we are also living in a dualistic world. We live on Earth as a human being. We have limitations. We are not here to learn. I have to say it again and again. It's not a school of learning. No, it's a school of remembering. We are here to experience. We know it all. We have it all. We are spirits connected to the soul. We are a part of the soul. We are a part of the collective consciousness. We are a part of God, if you like, of the source, of the light, of the universe. We are all connected. So we have all the wisdom in the world. But we are here with amnesia. I live with amnesia, dancing with the shadows of my memory. Yeah, I never said I could sing, did I? Yeah, but amnesia, because we are here to grow spiritually and personally. That's why we don't remember a lot. But it doesn't mean that it's supposed to be like this all the time. We are here to wake up, to be aware and conscious that we are a big part of the bigger picture. So, when that is said, let's go back to the projections. Let's go back to that you made me feel like, oh, it's your fault that you always do this to me. You always put me in that position. You always make me feel like, you always make me, you always, you. Stop it. Grow up. Come on, grow up. Take care of that inner child. Don't you ever blame the other person for not filling your love barometer up the way you want it to be filled up. You have to do all the work yourself. Otherwise, you will never manifest. No, let's not see the glass as half empty. Let's see it as half full. So what do we do in order to manifest the good life, in order to create good relationships with co-workers, with family, with a partner? We take care of our inner child. As soon as that little, angry girl, now I'm saying girl because I'm a queer, I'm a woman. I say girl about myself and woman. That little furious, angry, hurt, traumatized, unhealed girl, young girl, when she shows up and starts to make me annoyed and make me angry and starts to make me blame the other person for my reactions, I need to grab my breast. That's what we say in Danish. Do we say that in Danish, actually? I don't even remember the word in Danish. It's something with tits. Oh yeah, gribe i egen barm. Yeah, grab your own tits. Honestly, that's what it means. Take a good hold of your tits and look inward. Take care of her. That's so funny. I have to look up why, where does it come from? I just see myself in the 1800s with big boobs and a long skirt, and I'm grabbing my big boobs and I'm saying, yeah, I'm responsible for my own life and I'm not blaming anybody. And then I go to the world and I take some more water up for the community. So let's grab our tits. I always say grab your vagina, touch your vagina. No, come on, grab your tits and say, I am responsible for taking care of my inner child work. And if you have no idea how to do that, look it up on the internet. Because it's not really that hard. Working on your inner child. It's all about being conscious and aware. And that's the hard part. Being conscious and aware. So, when she shows her face, and she shows her personality, and she shows her hurt in your argument or situations in your life, step back, breathe in. And sometimes before you react, you honestly need to sleep on it. You do. Don't react on it. Don't react on her. Sit with yourself and feel into, why do I feel like I do? Why do I react like I do? What does it remind me about? Do I have a recollection from my childhood? Does it remind me about an issue with my mother? So when you say this and you make me feel like this, and again, now you are responsible for me feeling this, is it connected to something with my mother? It is usually, but it's not everybody who had a mother. But it's usually connected to somebody who took care of us when we were children, who spoke the same way or who treated us the same way, maybe in another situation. But the sensation of emotions are reminding you about something that happened prior in your life. And then you react. Because your memory is in your body. And you might also sense it in your body, and you feel angry and you feel sad, and then you become that little girl again. But hey, you're not her. You are a grown woman, unless you're 8 years old listening to my podcast. You are a grown woman. And it all goes the same for the grown man. You are a grown man, whether you're queer or not. It's got nothing to do with that. We are responsible for our own mind fuck. I can't say it more hard, can I? Mind control. We are responsible for which emotion we want to serve in different situations. We want to make the best of our life. Am I right? Yeah. So we should stop putting projections on other people because they made us or they make us feel this and that. And now they're doing it again. If it's really hard, we just need to detach. Send them off in love. Send them away in love. Thinking, I'm sending you away in love. We are not meant to be together. We are not a match. Or I'm starting a new job in a maybe smaller company where there's not all this bullying or competition or whatever makes you feel bad and sad, miserable, and not in balance. It's your own responsibility to change whatever is not working for you. I think I say it almost in every podcast, something like this. But I want to share a story with you. And I want to share a story from years ago when I was actually having workshops of psychic readings and mediumship in my house. And there was a teacher who was being brought in from abroad, and she was teaching mediumship and how to connect to the afterlife or open up and let them connect, because we never call the dead. No, they always came by themselves, and they always come by themselves because there is a huge love connection regardless. So I'm participating in that workshop, and now it's my turn to be the medium in front of the group. And as I stand up, the only thing I hear is and all I can hear is that somebody is doing, digging the ground, like with a shovel. Is that what you say? You dig the ground, you make a hole with a spade or shovel. I don't know what you call it. Let's say spade. It sounds nice. So I feel that I'm suddenly a male. That's what I do when I have my oversharings from the afterlife. I feel it like I become that person, but I'm still aware of myself. So we are not talking possessions or anything supernatural. We talk overshadowing here, and that's a natural thing. So I'm being overshadowed by this entity, by this spirit who wants to communicate to one of the group members in my class. And I hear this sound that this person, a male, he's shoveling, he's digging in the ground. And I feel I'm digging a square. I feel like it's very particular. It's very particular the way I'm digging. And I'm digging a square. And as I feel that, I'm in a graveyard. I feel I'm digging holes in the ground for coffins for deceased people to be put there. That's my job. I can feel my skin from the sun and being outside all the time. And I'm quite strong, even though I'm not really young any longer. And it turns out there is a message here, but the message is for the teacher. So our teacher, who's being brought in from abroad and who is teaching us how to develop mediumship and how to work with the deceased people and the afterworld and the spirits, that's her father coming closer. And he was a graveyard digger, if you say that in English. That was his profession. I started off hearing it with the sound of somebody digging. And then I got the sensation of being a man, and I got the sensation of being particular in how I was digging. I got the sensation of being outside, and then I got the sensation of being in a graveyard, and it's my job, and I'm a father, and then there was a message for the teacher from her father. Of course, it was a personal message, so I'm not going to give it here. But I'm talking about the sensation in my body. And that sensation was reminding me about something that I knew from my life. Because the spirit world, now I'm teaching you something actually. When the spirit world come closer, and in order to be able to communicate with us, they use our faculty of imagination. They can only use whatever you have experienced in your life and faculty of imagination. Otherwise, you're not able to translate it and sense it and realize it. Then you will know nothing about what's going on. It's just a feeling. A feeling of what? I don't know, just a feeling. They use your experience in life to make sensations. And I'm also a medium who hears things. So I hear, like in the podcast where I heard all the young people screaming and shouting when the young man was drowning. And this time I hear the sound of somebody sticking. And then I get the sensation of being outside and blah, 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 like I just said. behørig. So why am I telling you this? I'm telling you that it reminded me about something from my own life. And it reminded me about that there is so much that I'm responsible for. He was responsible for digging. That was his job. I know he was being paid for it, but he felt responsible coming back, giving an urgent message, a very important message to his grown-up daughter. And she became responsible about what he talked about. And it reminded me about this inner child work that I mentioned, that we are responsible for taking care of ourselves. The deceased people, our loved ones, they will come back eventually and blow us a kiss, or watch us, or be with us, or cuddle us from a distance, or energetically when we're sleeping, sweet talking us and telling us that we are okay. Live your life. Get the best out of your life. But be aware and be conscious. Work with your own mind control so you don't make other people responsible for you being a victim again and again. So do you get it? Or did I totally lose you? I hope I didn't lose you, because I will be back. Again, I will talk about a lot of the same things. But we are just human beings walking the earth. We are also primates in a way that we need to be reminded that we are conscious entities, spiritual beings, living a human life. So let's wake up. Wake up. Wake up with me. Walk with me. Wake up.